Let's get right into it. Of course, the league has ended on a different note this season. I have to get this out of the way. We see the continuous reports and media releases that are coming back and forth from African Stars and the Namibia Premier League office. What exactly is happening at this point in time? What's the situation? What's the story?
We need to ask ourselves in the first place, is it really needed what we are seeing in the football fraternity? Is that what we want for football in this country? And is it really things that need to be pursued about? What I'm saying as a chairman of the Namibian Premier League is totally uncalled for, because the rule of football is very clear when it happens, and when it happens to things of this nature. And what we are saying is that let the rules be adhered to, and let everybody that's part of football understand what the rules are all about, and be a sportsman for that matter, because what we are doing is that we are building the brand for the future of our generations, and we cannot destroy the future of our kids for the lovely boys and girls of this country. And what we are reading in the newspapers and in the media is totally uncalled for, because one team is trying to call havoc, but as authorities, we're going to deal with them severely.
In terms of this dealing, many people have been saying, I mean, this has been long overdue. This has been dragging on for some months. When exactly are we going to see some decisive action from the NPL, or even from the NFA for that matter, as the overseeing body of football in the country?
I must be honest with the Namibian public and the nation at large that as football authorities and as an elected responsible leaders, what we are merely doing is that we are following the procedures as laid down by FIFA, CAF, COSAFA, and so forth. What we are doing is that football laws, there are procedures that need to be followed through, and we cannot do as African Stars did it. What we are merely doing is that we are following the procedures as laid down. It will be frustrating, but at the end of the day, we're going to deal with the individuals.
Well, we see recently also the sponsor, MTC, has been dragged into this. What are your thoughts on this? We know that MTC has been professionally quiet throughout the whole ordeal, and of course recently again been called into the fracas. What's MTC's position with regards to this, and what's happening between the NPL and African Stars?
Thank you very much. Firstly, let me wish the chairman a happy birthday. My understanding was that we were going to discuss significant matters this morning, because Friday's MTC NPL Awards is a significant event, and therefore I don't want to discuss insignificant matters like the African Stars matter. But you're quite right. We've been very quiet because our understanding is that we're just a sponsor. We don't meddle into football decisions. But when certain individuals go out and challenge us, and try and drag us to court, then of course we have a responsibility to respond. I know a lot of people said, yes, we're being arrogant, but we've been reasonably quiet throughout the whole saga, and it's not good for football. It's not good for the NPL. It's not good for the sponsor, because no sponsor would like to be associated to a football brand that is being dragged in the mud. And we have simply called African Stars to order, not African Stars, but the management. African Stars is a great team. I always support them. I always go to their matches because they have lovely support, and I fear for the worst in terms of what might happen to them, because this is a great team. But once people start misbehaving and start calling sponsors names for whatever reasons, then obviously it is our responsibility to reply and say this is out of order.